Hello, Dr. Greg here with a video that I wanted to talk about this subject for a little bit because of all the confusion out there about wearing face masks, don't wear face masks, wear gloves, don't wear gloves, wash your hands, don't wear. There's so much information out there that it's hard to know what to do. And then you're told what to do, and then you're not sure this is the right thing. So what I wanted to do was get to the basics. This is going to be sort of the first of a series of videos teaching you about your immune system. All our immune systems are the same and it all reacts the same. And I'm basing a lot of this on a book called Mucosal Immunology. Now I know this is backwards. I'm going to put it in the description, the name of the book and stuff. But at any rate, I wanted to just give you sort of a basic primer today on what your immune system is like. And we're going to talk about your first line of defense, which is your mucosal immune system. Now, if you look at your digestive tract from your mouth all the way down to the bottom, and also your lungs from your mouth down to sort of an end point in your lungs, we look at these two systems as though one is a tube, just like this, and the tube is your digestive system, and the other one is like a cul-de-sac. Now, you know what a cul-de-sac is, where a group of houses are in a circle, and there's no exit, there's only an entrance. So the digestive system is like an in and out. It's like a tube, okay? And the inside is exposed to the world outside, right? So it's exposed to everything that's going on outside. The inside is exposed to all that like a tube. And then your lungs are like a cul-de-sac where things go in, get recycled, and come back out again. And that is also exposed to the outside. So that's how we get all the germs and stuff we have. Now, here's an interesting thing about the immune system. I liken it as though it is a castle, okay? Now, if you envision a castle, and I'll sort of draw a little castle in the description if you look at it, is that it has walls, it has a moat, and then it has an outside area where there's a lot of visibility. So in other words, a castle is not built in the middle of a forest. That'd be kind of crazy. It's usually built in an open plain area so they can see what's coming. Now, we have a variety of things or barriers that actually help our immune system, our mucosal immune system, the first line of defense, to fend off nasty bugs. Now, have you ever heard of the song Never Fall in Love Again? And in that song, there's a line saying, I can catch enough germs to catch pneumonia, or there's enough germs to catch pneumonia. That means that we all have all these viruses and bacteria in our mouths and our digestive system and our lungs. There's already a population of them, billions of them living there. And we have a relationship with these bugs that helps us stay healthy and help our immune system function normally. And that system is a balance, right? There has to be a proper balance of these bugs so that one doesn't become more aggressive or less aggressive and it overwhelms the system and we have a problem where you have an infection going on because the imbalance has been distorted. Now, things that can distort the imbalance are many types of things. One is stress, being exposed to something that overwhelms you. Also, by not having a healthy biome, in other words, a biological thing, by what we eat. You know, sugars tend to reduce our immunity and destroy some of these bacteria over the 2 hours after having like a cookie. 2 hours later, you're still sort of susceptible to some problems. So there's a lot of things that can actually impact our biome, or these bacteria, these friendly bacteria, I call them, that can cause an imbalance and then you get sick. And it's all the way from your mouth to your nose, all the way down your digestive tract, all the way down to the end. There's all loaded with bacteria. Now, they have names for these bacteria. They have prebiotics and postbiotics. Prebiotics is everything in the mouth, and postbiotics is everything past the stomach. Now, what happens is that most of your biotics you take do not survive the stomach. And we're going to go into that in a later date on how to solve that. But our immune system is designed to live in the world we live in. So, example being, if you don't have, if your immune system is not strong or it's weaker, or it's not been exposed to some of these bugs, as we call them, then you might be more susceptible to having a problem. Now, case in point is the Native Americans. The Native Americans didn't have the exposure to the bugs that these settlers came over with, and their population suffered. So it's important for your immune system to be exposed to things, but not to a severe level, but to be exposed a little bit. So let's talk about, we have the basic bacteria and bugs that are really the first line of event, and that is like the open field around the castle. Then we have the moat, and which is something called, you actually produce this, is called secretory IgA, which is sort of like a reconnaissance, going out, making sure that the balance exists, that you have proper biome balance. And then you have the walls, which is on your lining of your digestive tract and also your lungs, is the epithelial cells, and they are interlocked to make sure that bad things don't get through. And then you have the little soldiers that are amongst the walls, and that's in your bloodstream, and those are the little defenders that you have that kill all the viruses or whatever bad things get in that get through these barriers. So you understand that you have barriers. Your first line of defense against infection is your mucosal membrane, the linings of your digestive tract and your lungs. And it's important that they get a fresh supply of bacteria all the time. So being exposed outside to this, recycled bacteria is a good thing, because you want to exercise it. It's like exercising a muscle. If you don't exercise a muscle, it gets weak. If you don't exercise your immune system, it gets weak. So just understanding that, you want to make sure you get plenty of fresh air, plenty of sunshine to help these bacteria and viruses to balance themselves out naturally. And that's all for now. I'll be doing more videos about the immune system coming up, and that was just a primer, and we'll get a little more specific as we go along. So I hope this helps, and this is Dr. Greg, changing the way we look at health.